Crazy, crazy times we live in. I love starting with those cold opens. You know what, Tyler? It's just nuts. What the Democrats are doing is it's laughable. But what the Republicans are doing is even more stupid. This is like Barnum and Bailey meets Ringling Brothers, right in front of your eyes. Share the popcorn, get the little light things going, and get the little hula hoops or whatever you do at the circus, because this is really what it is. Step up into the Big Ten of the Republican Party of the U.S. Senate. Let's let the Democrats basically shut the government down. Let's not get TSA people paid. Let's once again get flights delayed. Let's blame the Republicans, because I don't care what they say in the media or what narrative they spin. I'm not going to do it, because the Republicans will get blamed again, because that's what happens. Because we do not control, we control a sliver of the medium narrative, a sliver. And I speak truth to power. This is insane. This is another one, not getting paid, driving DoorDash, not flights delayed, people calling in sick, using sick days. I mean, it is the same thing over again, and they're letting the Democrats do it, and they're going to let the Democrats get away with it, just like to get away with claiming victory in Minnesota, no matter what Tom Homan says, right? And you just heard, we just heard Emmer there. He was right. He's like, they should have just, or was I, Dean, what was her name? Pirro, just like claim victory and get out, right? The Democrats claim victory in Minnesota, that they won Minnesota. They won the showdown. Mob rules. Soros is in charge. We all know that. And so here we go again, and the Republicans refuse to get rid of the 60-vote filibuster because they're afraid. And this is what we're saddled with on a daily basis. It is really, this is the got a biggest dual clown show under the Big Ten in probably U.S. history, because their tools to end this are right there. It takes one day and one vote, and they will get 50 votes to break the filibuster, or 51. Forget Murkowski, who cares? They will get the 51 votes. And so do it. But they refuse to do it because they are cowards. They are feckless weasels that don't want to win or govern. That's why they won't do it. There's no other reasonable explanation. There's not a single member of the U.S. Congress in the House that I have had on this show in the past 3 weeks that have not said to me, I would get rid of the filibuster. Why do all the Republicans, congressmen want to get with it, and the senators get rid of it, the senators don't, except for 8 or 10. I mean, it's a pathetic number. It's not like we're at 49 and we need 2 more. We're at 8. This is what is incredible to me. Any Senate candidate, I would not back a Senate candidate in any primary in America that didn't tell me, if I get there and we have a majority, I will call for the end of the 60-vote cloture rule. To me, that's the only thing that matters. Nothing else is even relevant now. Imagine that. I mean, it's like almost, it's so ridiculous talking about that. It's like me sitting here saying, hey, imagine if Josh Hader got 50 saves and the Astros won the World Series, and, that would be fun. And, what if, Correa got 37 homers and hit 296, that would be fun. What if Hunter Brown was, all my players, was Cy Young? You can dream about that. And that's fun. But what's even better is it's right there. You don't have to dream. You just have a vote. That's what's the amazing thing about it. This is not a dream come true. Like, wow, I'm dreaming that, one day we could have this. Just convene a vote. And then you pass the SAVE Act, and then you pass voter ID, and then they'll never win another race. In fact, you pass voter ID, they're not even going to win those 10 seats in Virginia. They'll probably win 8. We'll probably save 2 of them. But no, let's just go on and do the same thing we always do, which is virtually nothing. And but then, hey, Thune will be sending you a text asking for money. That's coming. Or if you haven't gotten them yet, I got one the other day. I laughed at it. Thune will be asking you for money. They'll be asking you to get out and vote and knock on doors and go to work for them and, save America. And if we lose the Senate, it's over. We lose the House, Trump will get impeached. All that's true. But yet they have the tools right now at their disposal. You don't have the guts to get rid of this 60 vote cloture rule like the Democrats do. You don't have the balls to. They already voted on it. Lost by 2 votes. Both of those senators are gone. You're going to ask me for money, volunteerism, anything else? I'm trying to get signatures in the second ward to get on the ballot. I'm calling up Republicans at night. I'm calling at, Republicans that voted in my district 4 out of 4 or 3 out of 4 in the last primaries. I got people that won't even sign my petition. They don't even want to be bothered. Like, why should I sign a petition for what? You guys don't do shit. You guys don't do anything. Like, what's the point? Like, well, I'll come to your house and you have to answer the door and it'll take 30 seconds. You know what? You guys aren't worth 30 seconds of my time, Fredericks. That's what I'm getting over the phone. This is what happens when you start calling up voters, Republican voters. You're not worth, not you personally. I finally had a couple of people that broke down and said, fine, just, don't bring any others. Like I had one person I got signatures from yesterday. I went to the young lady's office. I had me and 6 others. She said, I'll sign yours because you called me, talked to me, and came here. I'm not signing those. I'm like, well, we got, at-large counsel, just sign. No, I'll sign yours. I'd sign crap. You guys don't do anything. You called me, you came to my office, I'll sign your petition for chairman. I'll go to your event. I ain't signing this other stuff. No way. Hey, thanks for coming. Take the order and leave. You just go call up Republicans. They're pissed. But they don't do it. Instead, they'll send you text into oblivion asking for money. And this is really what the issue is right now, is the fact that we refuse to do anything. Okay. We got to get this straightened out. Time is of the essence. Maybe there'll be a change of heart. Maybe there's something the president can do. He is going to Georgia, as I predicted. I think on the Thursday, early voting has started there. And this is the bottom line. He's going all the way to Georgia for, get this, I want this to sink in. President is going to Rome, Georgia. Let this sink in. For Clay Fuller, who's a congressional candidate in a Republican primary in a seat that is R plus 50. R plus 50. Like, no Democrat can win there. Can't win. Impossible. But he's going for Clay Fuller because of the disdain they have for Colton Moore. They don't want Colton Moore. I said this on the Peach Crew 2 weeks ago. They don't want him. They see him as another Jimmy Massey turncoat, backstabber, not a team player. They don't want him. So you think about that. Trump plays hardball, but he's got teammates that want to play powder puff off the tee. And this is the Senate. And I'm sick of Lindsey Graham being in the Oval Office and won't vote to get rid of the cloture rule. Why are we endorsing him? What is the point of that? What is the point? Until you say, I had enough. They're going to continue to do this because Lindsey Graham knows that in 3 years, Trump is gone and he's still there. Doing what they've been doing for 40 years. Nothing. Talk. Yabbity, 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 yabbity. That's all you're going to get. Talk. That's all they do. Yabbity, yabbity. The Democrats are idiots. AOC's a moronic figure. The word salad she gave at the Munich conference was an embarrassing. That thing is embarrassing. She's just dumb. She's worse than Harris. I don't even know what the hell she said. She didn't even know where Venezuela was south of the equator. It's in the Caribbean, you moronic imbecile that's representing us in Congress. You're a half-witted little twit. You want to run for president. You don't even know where countries are. Get out of my face. But this is what we're faced with, right? Another person I'm sick of, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Look, you're out. Go away. Go marry Brian Glenn. Go have babies. I don't care what you do. Go off to an island. Go on a cruise. Get out of my face. You quit. You're a quitter. Quitting's easy. You know what? So I tell my kids all the time. Quitting's a habit. First you quit your team, then you quit your sport, then you quit the game, then you quit school, then you quit your marriage, then you quit your kids, then you quit your job, then you quit life. Quitting is a very easy habit. Running and quitting never work. I'm going to run away. I'm going to just run and hide. When's that work in your life? Got to stand up to stuff. Can't run, can't quit. Bunch of quitters out there, man. Oh, man, I'm going to quit, and then I'm going to go on, social media and do a podcast and make a lot of money. Okay, we're wasting all this time in your district, Green, for what? Time and money for nothing, because you quit in a huff. President Trump didn't back me for Senate, he didn't back me for governor. I'm going to take my bat and ball and go home. Okay, so you photo about the Epstein files. So what? You have a right to disagree with the president. I wouldn't begrudge you that ever. And on those, it turns out you were half right, but you were all right, but half right. You got half of it, but you were still right. That's no problem. You have to be blasted. Hey, I don't agree with you on this. I think the victims have to get justice. And my point is you're losing Zoomers. You're just bleeding them out. So you have a right to do that, but you don't quit. You reconcile. Hey, Mr. President, on the next 99 things, I'm there for you. Not this one, we don't agree. That's how he gets along with Collins. Gets mad at Collins, then they make up, then she's in the Oval Office. Why? Because he needs her vote. And because she's not a bad lady, okay? And she's the only person that can win Maine. And she votes with us 55% of the time versus 0. Would I be for primarying her? Absolutely not. Why? Lose the seat to another communist? That makes no sense either. We have met the enemy, and it is us. I was thinking about this my bus trip last week, and then going to North Carolina to see Maryland play. By the way, they won 2 out of 3. They played tonight at home. They opened a home at Georgetown today, so we're Anna and I are going to the game. We're at home, College Park, 8 stops away on the metro. Life could be worse for us. Let me just say that. So see how Joe does today, but it's all good. It's all good. Long season, right? Unbelievable. Where's the guts here? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Where's the guts? I just don't get it. I don't get the whole thing. Now, I love the fact that Trump is going to the 14th district. I really can't make it. We got too much going on. I can't plan it that quickly. I'm probably going to do a bus tour there now. I've talked to them about it, and I'm probably going to do it. So I got to get that planned here. Let me write that down. Bus tour, Georgia. Okay, you guys inspired me. I got a lot of. That's where we should go. We got Debbie Dooley's there. We got all our friends are there. It's going to be great. We got a Senate race. I've already sold my stock in Dooley. They're trying to get me to buy it back. They better lower the price. Fire sale. Oh, come on. I'm just kidding. Be nice. 888-480-JOHN. You want to weigh in? Phone lines are finally open. And we got the 800 number working. Hey, this segment brought to you by passionatelycatholic.org. I want you to go to passionatelycatholic.org and Susie Kelly's Ponderful Moments. What a wonderful lady she is. She's been with us for 15 years, and every day you get inspired. It's one of the reasons I stay in this line of work. I could retire, but I don't want to because I love playing her Ponderful Moments nationally over the radio. So when we get to the break, tell her be sure and play one. But Susie Kelly, she's like my spiritual advisor. She's a wonderful lady, and I just love. She's so inspiring. She's an inspiration to so many of us, and she's just to know her and to be friends with her and talk. I just call her up sometimes and just talk about anything. She lost her husband Marty recently, so but she's got all those. She's got 4 kids and all those grandkids, and one of her daughters got like a boatload of kids. I don't know how she puts up with it. She's quite the grandma, but she's goes to church every morning. Quite the young lady. I say young lady because she's very young in spirit. So 888-480-JOHN. You want to weigh in, 888-480-5646. You want to go to passionatelycatholic.org, passionatelycatholic.org. Check her out and check out what they do and check out, just by going to that site, your spirits will be lifted, guaranteed. And she's got many of her powerful moments up there because you don't hear all of them. We play them in a rotation. So sometimes it's good to just go there, play one. Beats going to Facebook. Trust me, I'm not a Facebook guy. Nothing against it. I just don't have time. But I do have time for my callers, 888-480-JOHN, if you want to weigh in. And what you think of the Republicans here not doing jack, Marjorie Taylor Greene quitting, bus tour Georgia. Ooh, a couple other things. Barry Loudermilk, give you a little inside scoop of RINO. Barry Loudermilk has announced his retirement, as somebody predicted he would a year ago. Not going to say who, but one of my trusted informants, leakers, told me that a year ago, and to keep it under my hat, which I did until he announced it today or yesterday. Running for that seat, I know there's a bunch of people running, but running for that seat, guaranteed Brandon Beach. U.S. Treasurer, not Treasury Secretary, U.S. Treasurer, lives right in my building, friend of mine for 20 years or more, 25 maybe, and he's going to run for that seat. Trump is going to endorse him. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that on Thursday, and Beach is going to be in Congress. That's a Republican seat. Beach will win that seat. He'll win the primary with Trump's endorsement. That's a Republican seat. Brandon Beach will win that seat. So lives in my building here by the White House. The one that got him here, and I hope he stays. You just take the Metro, 6 stops to Capitol Hill. No big deal. You don't have to live by the Capitol. You can continue to live here and hang out with us and Congressman Beach, soon to be coming. So kind of excited about that. And he says he's going to launch his campaign on my show. So that's going to be fun. If he did, he hasn't made a final decision. I'm just conjecturing that it is likely. He is a likely candidate, but I predict he'll be a candidate. All that good stuff happening. 888-480-JOHN. So a couple of passings in the same day. So I was just telling you this before. When you get older, people start passing. Your friends start passing, and it gets a little scary because that's just part of life, guys. And I'd like to be around as long as I can, long as Ann is anyway, as long as my kids are. At least I got some purpose. But passing yesterday, Robert Duvall, one of my favorite actors. His role in The Godfather, Godfather 1 and Godfather 2, unbelievable. But many other films that he played lawyers and he played other people. Just a great actor. He's a great guy. I really enjoyed all of his films. Big fan of his. Big fan of Robert Duvall. Always will be known as Tom Hagen, part of the Irish gang that they called in The Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. I'll never forget when he asked Al Pacino, Corleone, and he said, why am I out? Why am I out? When he was not taken him to Vegas, so why am I out? And Pacino said, Tom, you're not a wartime consigliere. Now, you can stay here, with your mistress and you can have a nice life, or you can leave and we'll go from there. Tom's like, I'll stay. You can stay here, keep your mistress, right? Too funny. Also passing Jesse Jackson. And whether you liked him politically or not, to me right now is irrelevant. He was a transformational figure, a great orator. Um, he won the Wisconsin primary, the Democrat Wisconsin primary in, I think it was the Dukakis year, 88, maybe, 88. And he spoke at the convention, and I never forget him saying, I am qualified. I am qualified. I mean, he was a movement transformational candidate for president and a great speaker. And whether you agreed with him or not is immaterial. He did a lot for African Americans running for office. And he's the first really serious black candidate to run for president that won primaries and won delegates. And when he won that Wisconsin primary, and I think he called it the Rainbow Coalition. So Tyler's got a couple of those clips coming up. Tyler, you can start with whatever one you want. But the speech that Jesse Jackson made, I believe it was 88. It might have been 84. I don't remember. It might have been 92. No, it was not Clinton. It was 88 or 84. Somebody can remind me. Probably 88, but I don't remember. Somebody can text me. It was 88 or 84 where he made that speech at the convention. And see if I get a text here. One of my consigliaries telling me what it is. Also, Tina Harlan says Robert Duvall. By the way, Tina, you're doing a super job. Says that Robert Duvall is a Fauquier County resident from the Plains in Virginia. Thank you, Tina, for saying that. And somebody can tell me whether or not it's 88 or 84. Tell her while you look for a couple of those clips, one from Jackson, one from a Robert Duvall movie. Let's go to Tim in Orlando. Line one, Tim, you're live on the John Fredericks Media Network.
Well, that was great. Yesterday's show, when you were highlighting Marco Rubio's speech in Europe, that left a mark. So these people that we've lost over the last couple of days, Jesse Jackson, Robert Duvall, they left a mark. And I've enjoyed all his movies, Robert Duvall, and I listen to Jesse Jackson's speeches. He's a lot of good things that he says in them. Makes you think, left a mark, so that's good. But I'll tell you, I've listened to Marco Rubio's speech. Everybody should listen to that speech all the way through. It's unbelievable, and it left a mark.
I think it's a transformational speech. I think it was one of the greatest speeches on foreign soil ever made. I think he laid out the case for a return to Western values. And basically, if you don't like it, get out. That's basically what he said. We're not going to participate anymore in this globalist nonsense. And I think he set himself up to run for president. Again, guys, nothing against Mr. Vance. Nothing against him at all. Zero. This is not anti-Vance. But there's no comparison in stature, maturity, experience, wherewithal. And he is a better candidate in the general election. So as far as I'm concerned now, there's not even, to me, it's not even close. I think Rubio should run. And I think if he does, he wins Iowa. And I've told you this when I was in Iowa. Whoever wins Iowa is going to go on to be the nominee and carry the MAGA mantle. That's what I believe. Opinion, not fact.
What I got out of the speech is that he changed his stance on a lot of things, and he was very convincing. He was convincing, telling the Europeans that this idea of a global state where everybody's a citizen of the world and we can just go from one country to the next isn't the right idea. We tried it. we were trying to go in that direction, and it's not working. It isn't working. It's not going to work. And so I think he said it he was very convincing, put it that way. So I think that left a mark. The Trump doctrine was exactly what President Trump's been saying. So I thought it was well received to the chagrin of the delegates from the Democrats, Newsom, AOC, Whitmer, Hillary Clinton. They weren't well received at all. So they left a mark too, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Lori in Columbus just said that he ran for president in 1984. I guess that was the Mondale election, not the Dukakis one. With I guess it was when Gary Hart dropped out. Right, Gary Hart dropped out from Colorado because of the monkey business thing going on with the affair or something he had. So I guess that was 88. But yeah, I mean, look, when you get a speech like that and you take notice and everybody is riveted by it. I mean, like I said yesterday, I wanted to just, put it in my coffee or inject it in my veins. It was that good because what he said made sense. And it was a defense of our culture, of Western values, really of Christianity, really of Christ. I mean, it was done without actually saying that, but that's what the defense was. It was defense back to, a country that is centered on God and the truth. And everything he said was like so spot on. And you can't make a speech like that if you don't believe it. That word
and
teleprompter.
And it was evident that these Democratic representatives, Whitmer and AOC, when they don't have the text written in their phone of what they're supposed to say, they don't know what to say, John. You talk off the cuff. I don't think you've ever prepared a speech for anything. You speak it from your heart. You know exactly what you're going to say. These guys, without that speech written in their phone, they don't have anything to say.
You've outed me. I don't prepare anything. The other day I was talking to one of my. He's on my network, and he's one of my guys. And I asked him to come on, and he said, "Oh no, I prepare. My show is 3 hours. I prepare 6 hours." I'm like, "Wow, yeah, I get up at 6 and prepare till noon." And I'm like, "Okay, I prepare." It's like 20 seconds. I mean, I have nothing written down, no notes, no preparation. I do some clips. That's about it. But you're right, because it makes me a little bit different. 888 for I'm not sure it's good or bad. I'm not sure that's good or bad. I just me. 888-480 John. You want to weigh in? Oh my God, Tim, so funny.